Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you how to package a camera for shipping. This is a video topic that I get a lot of requests for, so let's finally do it. What we're going to do is, for a single camera, we're going to need one box with some peanuts in it. These can be recycled or brand new. If you're getting new cameras in, by all means recycle them. It's better for the environment and your pocketbook. The biggest thing to understand with this is that this is going to protect your cameras very well. I have had, in the previous 4 years running, between 0.3 and 0.6% of my shipped cameras be damaged each year in transit. This year, so far, I've had 0 cameras damaged in transit. It's been a good year. So cameras are pretty durable. We're just going to make sure that what we put in here reinforces that. So we're going to put a bed of peanuts down. Now you can use other materials. You could use newspaper here. It's not as good. It also absorbs smells. One of the worst things I ever got in terms of a camera was one that had been shipped to me in newspapers from a house with a smoker who owned a cat. It was pretty terrible. I had to leave the camera outside for a day to air out. So at any rate, this is just a standard dissolvable cornstarch. These are really nice. They do a great job. Styrene are just as good. What we're going to do is we put the layer of peanuts down. Next, we're going to put a piece of bubble wrap here. This is mostly dust prevention because peanuts will have dust. As the camera is banged around in shipping, as it is moving in and out of different air pressures, that dust will get into the camera if you don't protect it. Here's our camera. What you want to do if you've sold this online, you want to print out that form, fold it into a quarter, and then rubber band that form around it. Most of the forms that you get with a camera that you sell will have the buyer's address. If the address is rubber banded to the camera and the box is damaged in shipping, the post office will be able to use the address rubber banded to the camera on that order form to complete the delivery. So it's important, especially if you're using the post office, just as an insurance mechanism, to keep that order form with your camera. So you've got the order form rubber banded on. Now we're going to put the camera in upside down. This might seem strange. Why upside down? The bottom layer of peanuts is going to be a bit thicker than the top layer, and that means that gives the prism a bit more cushion. Plus, there's going to be a bias to the box being dropped like this because the address is going to be on top. This right here is a flat surface with a certain amount of surface area. This is an articulated surface with more surface area. Any force from any drops that hits the top of the camera that makes it through the peanuts and the bubble wrap will be spread out over a larger area, meaning that there will be less risk of damage to the camera if it's upside down. Next, we're going to grab another sheet of bubble wrap. I use big bubbles on top, small bubbles on the bottom. And what you want to do is wrap it around the camera. Now you can see here the camera is pretty securely nestled in this box right now. It's not going anywhere. This second piece of bubble wrap is dust prevention as well, but it also does a lot, and the big bubbles really help with that, to keep this nestled in place so that it doesn't shift. Next, we're just going to top this box off with some more peanuts. Come on. Okay. Now we close this. If you ship with a shipping label that's an adhesive, stick it over this and then put a fragile sticker on the front of the box. Okay, the label will help keep this closed. We'll get back to that in a sec, how we're going to protect the label. And the fragile sticker isn't going to help you once this is in the mail processing machines, but it will help you when the route carriers are handling it. So that's some protection. Once you've got your label sticker on, you're going to have the address, the to address over the seam here. That way, once this is cut open, it cuts into the to address, And that's protection for you as a shipper. Then once you have the label over it, you just pull out your tape, and then your first bead of tape covers the to address. So that's going to protect your to address from rain and water and things like that. I forgot my knife, so let's see if I can cut this with scissors, with a key. I can. After that, you're going to have your barcode down here with your tracking information. Place another piece of tape over the barcode. There we go. Almost pretty. Okay, so barcode is here, and we cover it with tape as well because the barcode is the tracking information that makes it really easier for the route carrier just to scan it so that it can be tracked at every single step. So you want to protect that also from water and damage. It's not just water. When other boxes get set on top of this, as they're moving around, if you don't have that tape, the box that's touching this can rub your address information and your barcode off. So you want to use tape to protect it. Next, you want to make sure that this thing is solidly in there. If you don't hear it rattling around when you shake it, you've done a good job of packaging it. So another thing, word on tape here, I use a very nice tape. I like a quiet tape that peels off without much noise because it is very loud in my closet when I'm packaging these things. We have a spare bedroom and closet we use for all the shipping. So also, a quality tape will do a better job of holding the box together instead of peeling off. There's no point in having a tape here that's just going to peel off of the box. Tape is cheap. Cameras are not. If it costs you an extra 50 cents or $1 a roll for this type of high quality tape, it's worth it because this is going to last you a few hundred, a couple hundred camera boxes. And that works out to being less than a penny per box. Completely worth the investment. And that's it. That is a well-packaged camera. Now, when the customer receives it, they're going to take their knife or scissors, and they can very easily then, if I had an actual knife, this would actually be easy, just cut along the edges here. Come on. I'll try this side. There we go. Cut along the edges. Slice down the middle here. And now they've opened up their package. This is a very nice thing to see as a customer when a camera arrives. This is the first thing that your customer or your friend or whatever is going to see of their new camera. Good packaging. They can easily just take off the bubble, or the peanuts rather, and look at that. The camera is right there under bubble wrap, which means it's not gotten dusty from the peanuts, or it's gotten minimally dusty. They can now take that out, get their camera, and it's also a tidy cleanup for your customer. So that is the way that I ship every camera that I sell, and it's a really good way, really customer focused. It protects the camera. It bears in mind what the customer is going to see when they receive it, which gives them a good impression from the start. And it also makes it very easy for the customer to clean up the camera when they receive it so that they don't have a mess on their table after they're done. Thank you for watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up. That lets me know that I'm on the right track producing content which is useful and helpful to you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comments section below. I'm pretty good about checking these every couple of days and answering questions. If you have any suggestions or ideas for future videos, and if I have the technical know-how and equipment, I'm more than happy to make those. One last thing. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I gotta get up, Steinbeck. I have to turn off the camera.